Hello, my name is Chandler Pettigrew, and I will be discussing South Korean protest songs known as Minjung Gayo. And my main thesis is that Minjung Gayo reflects South Korean ethnic nationalism by referencing traditional Korean poetry and collective identity. And the way I'm going about doing my research is that I'm collecting samples from Minjung Gayo songs by many artists such as the famous group People Searching for Songs and also other writers and composers such as Kim Min Ki. And I'm planning to have 15 different samples and I'm using them and comparing them to examples of traditional Korean poetry and also looking for signs of collective identity. And one of the elements of traditional Korean poetry that I'm mainly looking for in Minjung is references to nature. And when I mean references to nature, I'm referring to things such as leaves, rivers, or even flowers. And I believe that that shows a connect between traditional poetry and Minjung in terms of showing the influence of nature in Korean society throughout time, such as an example of continuity. And as for collective identity, I am paying attention to the pronoun we, aka uri, and it's usually in very commonly in the South Korean vernacular, but within Minjung I'm looking for it in terms of talking about a sense of collective action or collective memory or even collective sorrow, in terms of determining whether or not Minjung reflects a sense of ethnic nationalism, and that's the reason why it's so important today in South Korean political environment. And now, for as I keep delving into my research, I'll also compare Minjung to other protest songs in other countries. For example, within the American tradition, the civil rights movement was very influenced by Negro spirituals. And while Negro spirituals are originally written as religious songs, they have been used in protests even today in modern day. And I wanted to see if there is some similarities between Minjung and Negro spirituals. And also, I want to also look at how perhaps Minjong connects to the idea of Han, which is a sense of collective sorrow, resentment, anger, and tiredness that people have written to be very important to the Korean psyche as a whole. And it's especially gained importance after Japanese occupation ended um, in 1940s. And so I'm trying to see how Minjung connects all these different aspects of South Korean identity, whether that be involving cultural, musical, and politically, and seeing how that will connect to the protest songs in general. And also, to finish off my paper, I also am focusing on how Minjung is also still used in modern day because it was very influential in the fight for democracy in the 20th century. But however, Minjung is still used in the 21st century, particularly in the impeachment protests for Park Geun-hye. Thank you.